Hey YouTube, what's going on? Today I'm going to be installing this big blue pipe into my Jetta. Just a turbo inlet pipe right down here, so that's what I'm going to be working on today. Alright, so I gotta yank this bolt off and pull that whole thing back off. Yeah, that was one of the pieces that was fighting me a lot when I did the turbo, and it's coming back off, and that kind of makes me happy. Alright, so I guess I stripped that screw, so I gotta do this with vice grips. There we go. It's not all the way stripped. Alright, so that's pretty much off. Alright, now we can go back up top. Alright, so I gotta start cutting. Take this hose clamp off, this one off, this one off, this one off. And then I know there's that one down below, and there might be another one. I don't know if it's just like a Volkswagen thing, but these clips really stink. Like, if you saw my last video about moving this vacuum line, I was using bolt cutters to cut them off. That's what I'm using now. It works way better than anything else. There we go. Yes, I got that started with the bolt cutter. Just couldn't get it all the way in there. Like, I don't even know if you can reuse these things. I don't know, like, how you can get them off. I don't know how you're supposed to get them off. I just cut them because it seems easier that way. Yes, that means I have to replace them all. Alright, so I got this clamp was just a normal hose clamp, just unscrewed. This one cut off with the bolt cutters. I haven't pulled that guy out yet, but I will. This one also I cut with some dikes and then tore it with a screwdriver and it came off. I just couldn't get the bolt cutters in there. Now I'm going to try to get this one, and that one's kind of big, so I'm definitely going to try to use the bolt cutters. Look at this. So here, they got one of these shit clamps, and then right after that, they got a normal hose clamp. Couldn't have put a normal hose clamp down there. You got to put that crappy one. Pull this thing out. Oh, we didn't attach this one. There it is. Out it comes. Dude, I do not know what all this stuff is, but I can't be good. So yeah, I gotta disconnect this last little clamp. These bullshit clamps can go where they belong, in the trash. So I got this big blue tube on eBay. I know a lot of people are like, oh, eBay parts suck, but this is like pretty much identical to the other ones that they make, and this was like $100 less. So I paid 60 bucks for this thing. The quality looks really good. Okay, you know what the eBay one didn't come with? This little nub. So I need to get a little piece of metal or something. But I remembered from the vacuum line when I had to make the little hose bar, a little piece of stainless. This should work fine. Perfect. See that hose? Oh yeah, perfect. So it's a good thing I replaced this because this thing cracked when I put it back on. This little nub that holds the screw on. And apparently there's a stress crack in here that I couldn't even see before. Okay, so I got my little pipe, cut off the big one. And I'm just gonna dull it a little bit because I don't like sharp edges. And I know this is stainless, not aluminum, so it's not gonna screw up my grinder. Okay, so I got that all dulled. Now I'm gonna just put it in. Look at that, 100 bucks. I just saved for just because I had to do that. So that slid right on there. Now I'm just gonna tighten up this clamp. Okay, so I got this connected. Now I just need to drop this down. I'll connect this piece first, probably, and then connect all this stuff up here. So I'm having a little bit of a trouble getting it all the way down where it needs to be, because this black line is kind of just in the way. But I think I'll get it down pretty soon. That's the hardest part so far. Okay, so I just got that under where it needs to be. That was a little bit of a pain, but it's on there now. I still need to tighten that hose clamp. And then I need to put that line that comes into here back in, because I took it out to get this down here. Alright, so got that hose clamp clamped. Got that one done. So now we just need to do all the ones up top, and that should be it. Just attach this one. Now I'm going to just get the big one onto this mass airflow sensor if I can. Okay, that's really tight. Okay, so I disconnected the mass airflow sensor. I'm hoping that'll make it a little easier to go into that. It's been fighting me a little bit, so. Okay, I got this back on. This was kind of hard, actually. It didn't really want to go, but it's back on. Was able to reuse this hose clamp. Then I re-screwed this all together. It's much easier if you take the mass airflow sensor off. I would definitely recommend that if you're doing this. But now I gotta pop that one back in, that one, and that one. Alright, get that one back on. Now I'm gonna do this one. Alright, and that's it. It's all attached now. I actually never put this thing back on after I did the turbo, so I may as well put it back on now. It's just like it's a heat shield, so I'll see where that goes. So if you're installing one of these inlet pipes, it's going to be easier if you remove this thing. It's just these two bolts. It'll be hard to get your hand up and around this thing if it's hanging in the way like that. As always, gotta put the tractor back when I'm done.